Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Welcome back to the T0 to T6 Abyss series. We're going to be farming some more T1 sites. I want to just take a look here at my Retribution because it should be quite a bit more tankier now than before. Since the Surgical Strike update reversion made resist modules, excluding damage controls I think, more powerful, we have here 15.9 percentage resistance bonuses. It's pretty nice. We've got some decent resists here, and we can get even more with some more skills. I think with max skills we can have like 7.5, I think 7.5 EHP tank, so we can have a pretty fat buffer on this tiny little Retribution right here, and I like that because for safety purposes it's always good to have a bit of a buffer. You don't want to take that wrecking shot to the face and just get obliterated really quickly. Okay, let's take some calm electrics right here. We'll blitz through super fast. It's been quite a while actually since I went and did these sites because I've been waiting a bit on skills to get trained. We've almost got rapid firing trained, 2 more days. Then we've got surgical strike after that, which we're going to result in us getting about, what is it, maybe I think it was 290 DPS, so at 290 something DPS. Okay, we'll go with the pilot right here, full fleet. Get down to business. I'm going to just try to blitz these as quick as possible because like we've really made strides to getting these sites done super fast. And you know what? When I'm going to get good skills like DPS skills trained, EM, these armor compensation skills trained level 4, I'm seriously going to consider doing a T2 site on a regular basis with this because I really liked doing T2 sites before. They gave a lot of ISK, just they can be a bit risky, but they're not as relaxing as the T1s right here. And relaxation is an important thing because like if I'm just feeling tired and I just do the T2s and I make a mistake, it could put us back far, and that would not be a nice situation right here. When we've got these downvics like here, where we can just AFK with just like one arm repair on, it's really nice to see. It's really nice to see. Okay, getting close, use our radio. Can also lock up the buy adaptive cache right here. Land on volley right there. We'll do a standard, pop right there, and now we can go with multi-frequency. Go. We do not want to go there. We want to go towards the accumulative cache. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, little Retribution. You can get some dank loot. Hopefully T3 Gamma. T3 Gamma is the filament of choice when if I want to get any filament. What did we get right there? I didn't see it. My icon was too small. We got Fierce Electrical or Fierce Dark. Unfortunately, one of the worst T3 filaments you can get. If it was a Gamma, we would have got easy, just 3 million ISK right there. Also, electricals are worth like 1.5 million ISK, so I mean it's not as much as a Gamma, but it's still something. It's a little quite a bit more than 70k ISK we got right there in that T3 Gamma, which is pretty bad. We should have safety on. I was clicking there, trying to hold down Q and move a little bit to the side right there because I want to go in limited distances. In the event I were to get a disconnect, it's always good to have like a fixed distance. You can put a tactical overlay on right there. Can you put tactical? Why can't I put it on? There we go. If I were to double click in space like this, you see here, go for infinity. If I were to disconnect, I would die. But if I hold down Q and drag it out like that, it's going to be an easy time because we'll just stick there. Assuming we tank, so you know we would want to make sure we tank. And actually, that's why a good reason to have 2 reps on. Okay, go to the next room right here. See what we get. More Damavix. Go for the cache. We can just land a volley right here. We've got Tachyon Cloud, meaning these guys are just going to get in our face straight away. I don't know, maybe we'll just cross it. No, we'll not go in there, Tachyon Cloud, because that's going to just make everything a big problem because you can see the Tachyon Cloud is ranging through the loot and the conduit, and we just do not want to deal with that. We're going to not apply anything, and both because our turrets will not be able to track, but also because they'll be out of range all the time since they'll be just slingshotting all over the place. It's not going to be a good time. Keep a range 8.5. Should be easy. 8 for penetrating shots. It's really nice to see the penetrating shots because you just know that you're getting that extra damage. And hit shots is like the, if you get, I think this is, I'm not 100% sure if DPS works like this, but I think it does. Is that if you're getting hit shots, it means they are doing the 275 DPS, and if you get penetrating shots, that's like as if you were to get like more DPS than that. So penetrating, smashing, and wrecking shots, they're a good thing to see. Grazing, not a good thing to see. Means your DPS is a lot less. I think glances off is the worst you can possibly get. Okay, he was taking out right there. We go to the next room. I mean, look at the time. Look at this time. 3.5 minutes. We're doing this so quick. Like, I remember doing T0s, thinking, oh, we're doing them in under 5 minutes, so good we are. Now we're doing the T1s in under 5 minutes. Really a sight to behold, seeing how far our characters come. Grab the loot right here, 1.4 million. Unfortunate. Oh, I wish I could do the T2s in a lot more easier fashion. I mean, you could bling the Retribution to do them pretty relaxingly, perhaps. The pulse style, I think. You just put some bling armor repair, that should be alright. But still, it would be, I feel, it would be a lot more comfortable using a cruiser. Having to, when you're using frigates, generally speaking, in a like T2s, you usually have to pilot a lot. It depends a lot. There can be some ways in the T2s where you just don't want to face tank. For example, Triglavians, especially Kikimoras, you can have a rough time there. Open this up, 1.2 million trash loot. Trash loot. It's just the way it's going to be. We'll keep range. Improve our application a bit. Oh, we're getting anchored down. That's why he got in range closer, because he was just really trigger happy on using his scramble on me. That's why he got in range quick, because I noticed though one of the other FE Altis guys, they were keeping their range. The one with the scramble was like, oh, I'm going to get initial tackle. I'm just going to get tackle on this scrubby Retribution who's attacking the Abyss. To be honest, these guys, these FE Altis, they're probably attacking the Abyss themselves, because I mean, they're not Triglavians. Their home is not in the Abyss, at least I think so. Because the lore to the Abyss is that the Triglavians and the Sleepers and Drifters, they've had like wars. So they've been having wars in the Abyss sites. And that's why you find these guys here. And it would make sense, because I think Drifters or Sleepers, they can create wormholes to different places, so they might have created a wormhole to Abyssal space. That could be a reason why you see them here. At least I know the Sanchas, they are very good at the Sancha pirates. And I think even the Angel pirates, they have wormhole technology, so they can. That's perhaps how they managed to get into the Abyss. Or maybe they just killed some Capsuleers and just took their filaments. That could also be a way they did it. But then again, the filaments, they have like limited amount of time you can be in the Abyss. So I don't know. Maybe if they have some wormhole, maybe they can be in the Abyss permanently. Because I think the whole point of the filament is that it's supposed to be like a lore-wise. That is, I think it's supposed to be like a temporary like entrance into the Abyss, or temporary journey, because it's bound to your warp core. It'll say when you activate the filament, it's like bound to the warp core for 20 minutes, and then after that the filament will like destroy you or something. So if you were to somehow have like a wormhole that you can just go in and out whenever you feel like it, that could be quite interesting. Did I even need to dock? No, I didn't need to dock. We can like just get our loot right here and put it into the inventory here, but we just undock. Sometimes I have a bit of a habit of redocking straight away, because you've got that timer and the abyssal filaments. So just if you move around a bit, time will just go quicker. Okay, undock right here. And obviously, I put the filaments in the station. Silly me! There we go, filaments in the cargo bay. Let's head out again. Okay, activate filament. Let's go, let's go. Aurora in. Always good to have that first. Oh, Aurora tracking is really bad. I knew Aurora tracking is bad. I didn't know it was that bad that it had only 27 tracking. Because 27 tracking, that's how much like some cruiser level weaponry can have. Like the pulse laser on the cruisers, my Zealot. I noticed that it does have like 20 something tracking. So that is actually interesting to see. I didn't know its tracking was that bad. You see here 108 tracking on multi-frequency, so it's a lot better over here. And obviously they want to keep their sweet range when we've got multi-frequency, because they know that we've got that potent ammunition right there. Keep range a little bit, see if it's possible. Penetrating shots, okay, good to see. Biocommutative cache, we can also just lock that up preemptively and get ourselves ready to get to it. Keep a range right there. I'm pressing F2 because I'm so used to using the Webifier. Because I've been recently using a lot of ships with Webifiers in the Abyss. I'm just like pressing F2 like this, and you hear this sound right here, because it's like when you use, like you see here, F2, F3, F4. If you press a key that doesn't have any module in it, or any activatable module, it'll just make that sound. What are these? Alt F3, Alt F4 maybe. Oh no, I don't want to press Alt F4, because wouldn't that... Alt F4, right? You see that Alt F4? Wouldn't that close the game? I'm a bit afraid to press that. At least I don't think you want to have an activatable module over there, because that might close your game. Do you guys know if it does? I don't. Well, I can't. I don't dare to do that now in an Abyss site. But that would be interesting. Alt F4. Would you get your game closed by activating a module? Game-breaking hotkey. 2 minutes. Did it a bit slow because we were getting some bad application initially with the Tachyon clouds. Bar commutative cache. Shoot these guys right here. Popped. Lucid escorts. Super easy. Did you get that lock range? I really want to train some lock skills. I'm going to get them soon. Enable us to lock up a bit further away. It will be great to see just being able to lock stuff instantly up. But it's obviously going to be a different thing when you're using a cruiser, because cruisers are naturally going to have a longer range than tiny little frigates. Okay, grab the loot. No good drops recently. I don't know what's going on, but no good drops at all. Unfortunate to see, unfortunate to see. I wonder if I'm able to use that pulse retribution, because I've been talking about that pulse retribution. Now, with the skills, pulse laser specialization, okay, that's something else, but let's see now. If we keep range, can we use the compact MWD? Because I trained some energy rigging skill, I think. Oh, that's close, that's close. Look at that, 0.8, 0.89. Just a tiny bit more power grid and CPU is needed to be able to use that fit. But it would be great for these tiny frigate waves, just blast them to pieces, just blast them to pieces. And where's our range? Because I've trained some sharpshooter skills that increase our range. So we can check if it has, my range is decent now with the pulses. For to get Abyssal Overmind. This is like the perfect example of, oh, you can just go for that extraction node over there, it's very close. This is a perfect example of why you would want to have that the pulse laser fit, or the benefits of that pulse laser fit is just that when you got this annoying fat potato that is going to take forever, there's got so much HP, really tanky, you're going to have, you wish that you had high DPS short range ammunition. Okay, now we can't use standard maybe. Right there, this little spark needle with this extraction or biocommutative cache. We'll use Aurora. Oh no, we can actually just blast it straight away. There we go. Now we can start shooting. Let's stop range, or stop here. Open this up. 1.4 million, okay, there we go. Now we'll use our Gleam, orbit at really close range. 5 kilometers at low speed. And it should be perfect application right here. Perfect application. We should be just getting penetrating shots over here. Nothing less than penetrating shots, hopefully. Orbit 2.5 instead to make it even better. Using product discovery in the meantime. I haven't done these for quite a long time actually, because I've not really had so many overmind spawns as of lately. But I like to do product discovery when I do encounter the boring overmind spawns, because I just sit here, just blast away, take no damage. It's very AFK friendly in the frigate Abyss, because then you just got such a small signature radius. It's just so easy to get under their guns and just tank away, or speed tank away, that is. Grab this right here. You can't expand the... How much can you expand this window? Okay, there's like a... It seems like there's a... Okay, you can expand it quite a bit. Okay, I was thinking like, say you had a 4K monitor or something like that. How big could you make this? Because I'm actually planning on getting a new monitor. 4K monitor, and then I will be having like such a big, or really big amount of real estate to play EVE Online on, and I'm just wondering how this product discovery would be. So we could maybe have it smaller or something. We could maybe have it bigger if we wanted to, preferably smaller. I like having the product discovery taking as little space as possible, so we can just see our beautiful spaceships. So we can do it just a little bit on the side, just to earn a little bit extra ISK, you know. Always need the dank ISK, but we also need our dank spaceships as well, you know. We need to have that immersion going on. And that's why I'm very glad I'm able to put product discovery in the side, or like bottom corner right here. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have done it, because even though it's nice little extra ISK, it does probably feel a bit boring to just see someone press or encapsulate cell clusters all the time. At least you can see the cool ship right here blasting away at the Rogue Drone Overmind. Okay, Let's go here. We were a little bit too fast before, so we had to reset it. And we'll just press here. Can I press it? I have to move it out a little bit. There we go. Popped. Origin conduit. There we go. Let's see now. Have we got any gankers outside? The time is thrown out the window when you've got the rogue drone battleship waves. Then that's the worst. So you just want to hope you never get those waves. Let's move a little bit. Move a little bit. Move a little bit. Calm electric. Calm electric. Wait a little bit until this unable to tether thing here. It's gone away. Maybe we can activate it, maybe? Sometimes I can activate it. I feel like before this is gone, maybe it just time goes quicker than I feel like it should go sometimes. Like now. Look, we're able to activate it now, even though it's gone. So that's what I meant. I'm not completely ute och cyklar, as they say in Swedish. It's a phrase meaning that you're out biking, out and about biking, but it's just basically means that you're just like, I have no clue what you're doing. You're not got no clue what you're doing. You just may as well be outside biking. Okay, pop that biocommutative cache. Open this up. Activate the second armor repair, and we can attack the FE outer sky over here because we're in Aurora range. Perfect. This is where you just love that. Okay, I've got beams. I can start shooting directly. If I had pulses, it would be still a bit of time until I could do damage. Got 700k is quite less. Just a free little slight amount of ISK. A few pennies right there. Pennies to us. We're doing T1s now. We've got a bit of ISK right there. 2 million. That's a bit above average. What was it? Fierce exotic. That's what it was. Exotic and electric and gamma. Primary is gamma. That's what is going to give the most amount of ISK. But also exotics and electric, they do give about 1 million to 2 million ISK. Because it's just that the reason is because electrics overall. No, actually, electrics in T3s also give a lot. But the thing is, electrics are good because they have a very good capacitor bonus. Like you get a really good capacitor recharge rate, so they're a bit easier to do in that regard. Overall, like many ships, it's going to be a lot easier to do that. And then especially exotics are going to be easy for Gilas because they don't have any like bonuses to the HP of stuff. Like a Firestorm, you have bonus to HP of armor, so everything's going to go a little bit slower. In the gamma size, shields buffed, so it goes a bit slower. But in exotics is good because like Gilas, they'll be able to do it fast because they're a very popular ship and a very easy ship to use, and you have no bonuses to HP as I explained before, so it just generally speaking will go quick. And then also they reduce the kinetic resistance. Both the kinetic drones are overall pretty good, and then also the kinetic missiles are bonus on the Gila specifically. Also the thermal missiles, but the thermal is not as favorable in the Firestorm, where they reduce thermal resist because they also in the Firestorm buff armor, which makes everything go a bit slower. But Firestorms are usually quite good because they do actually. They are quite cheap filaments, so then that is one of the benefits to doing Firestorm. Oh, we're going so fast. Grab this, please. Okay, move close. Start shooting with our multi-frequency. Get a bit close to this wreck over here. Lucid's Watchman was doing quite a bit of damage before. I noticed that he was getting some... Oh, that wrecking shot right there. It's alright, we don't care, because we are a strong Retribution. We are a strong, tough, tiny little Retribution over here. We'll keep ranging this Watchman over here. Alright, let's go. Smashing shots from Lucid Watchman. Look at that, he's doing so much damage actually. We should probably be moving, but we've got so much tank as well that we're able to tank him. But we can move a little bit to the side, you know? A little to the side, making it a little grazing shots instead of smashing shots. Okay, he's got decent applications. We can still do pretty big volleys, even though we were moving to the side, but we'll keep it at range because we were able to tank him anyway, so it's alright. But damn, he's got really good application actually, penetrating shots, plus his missile too. Lucid Watchman is a force to be reckoned with, and I know that I have seen him being a problem. Like he has been causing a lot of problems for people because of just his sheer application. But I think if you keep it at range 40 kilometers, you shouldn't have much issues with him. So that's again like a upside to the Retribution. He can, if he wants, the Retribution can keep range 40 kilometers, kite. Pulse away with Aurora. Speaking of Aurora, I should be using Aurora. Let's go to the next room. I felt like, didn't it feel like that wreck was moving? I think it could be just the way the camera was angling in a bit. Origin conduit right there. Oh, let's go for Medusa because he's going to just cause us to... Oh no, we'll go driving maybe. whoever's in range first. Whatever. Let's just go whoever's in range first. Okay, keep it range right here. Don't boost your shields, Jeremy. It's annoying to boost your shields like that. Okay, let's blast this guy to pieces. Keep range. Let's see if we can keep range. They're very quick little ships right here, so we just need to get application taken care of. Taken care of right there, Dramiel. That's most of the DPS gone. Yeah, there's no damage at all, really. I'm always worried about Angel Waves with frigates because they're just known for ripping frigates to pieces, just because of their EM damage and their like in Hawks in the Abyss are usually used in Darks and they naturally have low EM resistance. Just these guys can apply to the Hawks and then they also do the really bad damage types. Just I have this general fear for Angels, just like if I'm in a frigate, because I just associate it with using the Hawk. But it's not at all as threatening in the Retribution, just because of the resist profile, but also the sheer amount of tank the Retribution has as well. Okay, 1.4 million. Origin conduit. Let's go. We're done now. We've got the site done, and we finished it in just exactly 5 minutes. Retribution slapping the Abyss yet again. A really powerful ship. I love it. It's just so good. And I can't wait to get the skills to be able to consistently do T2s without being too stressed out. But to be honest, I feel like even with good skills, it will always be a little bit stressful to do the T2s. It's just the way it's going to be, unless I bling. But that is, again, going to cause a bit of stress as well, because I mean, it is a bit stressful to run around with a blingy ship, you know. Okay, so that's a bit of farming right there. We've got, how much do we get? 9.3 million. I mean, a bit on the low side, to be honest. That is actually quite low for three T1s. It could be a lot better, actually, than 9.3 million right there. That is actually very low. We did 3 T1s. Average usually, according to Abyssal tracker, is 5.5 million. That is very low. Unfortunate right there. Unfortunate right there. Oh yeah, now I know why. Because we put some of the loot we got before into the hangars. That's why we have a low amount of loot right there. So look, now we've got 12 million or 13 million, so it looks a lot more reasonable right here. So we can just sell all this and get some dankisk. Dankisk. Or only 11 million, unfortunately. That's the way it's going to be when you're getting ripped off in Jita. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.